Hey guys, and welcome to the latest Sleepy Talk podcast. Now, today I'm joined with the one, the only co-host that I have, Stevie Boy.
Hey,
Hello. And what are we doing today, Steve?
we're talking to Mel.
And who's Mel? There's Mel. Mel, who are you?
I'm Mel.
She's Mel. She's good at introductions, as you can tell. So Mel has been doing some little ninja things for us on the channel. So I don't know whether anybody caught on to the little Easter eggs that we've been dropping here, there, and everywhere. But Mel, I don't know whether you'd like to announce what you've been doing, what you've been up to.
I can, definitely. So I've been working quite hard on certain things that Luke's been wanting me to sort out for him, and these are the finished results. So,
Hey.
some nice little merchandise with the Sleepy Talk logo and all the artwork to go with it. So, yeah.
So everything that you can see in the bottom right of your screen now, when it transitions, they are all sort of, they're not available yet, but we've all got one or two. Even you've got one, haven't you, Mel?
I have, yeah. So I did a test run. I've got some pajamas.
So Mel does a lot of the print works on T-shirts and things like that. I mean, you could probably sell it better than I can. Give me your position, but
I don't know. No, you're doing quite a good job. So carry on.
Yeah, no, she's got a big printer and a lot of clothes. Yeah, link will be in the description down below as well. So she sells a lot of stuff on her site anyway, regardless of Sleepy stuff. But hopefully soon we'll be getting some Sleepy stuff on there.
Yes.
Need a few comments below whether you want to get involved and get some. Prices are quite good, but they're to be confirmed.
They are
confirmed, yes. We need to finalise the details and make sure that I'm not getting a good old rodding. I work with Mel in real life, so we know each other quite well. Steve, this is his first time speaking to her, so be nice, Mel.
Hi, Steve. Nice. I'll try.
Yeah, please be nice.
And yeah, so Mel, we had a chat with her, and she says that she had some spooky things go off in her upbringing. So I thought, what a better way to announce the merch than to bring her on the podcast, and she can tell us about all the dead people and things. It's all fun.
All the dead people. Yeah, cheers.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to take it away.
Yeah, so, basically, when I was younger, I used to live in Cumbria, so quite far up north, and apparently, according to my mum, there wasn't many kids around where I lived, so it was like sort of miles and miles away from any neighbours or anything, so there wasn't really many kids around me. So I used to go and do tea parties and play with my dead friends.
Oh.
Which sounds absolutely insane. But yeah, so I used to do tea parties, play games with them, you name it really, like just set up all these games with these dead people, which used to massively freak my mum out. As you can imagine, a 4-year-old sat chattering to herself, absolutely no toys around her. She's just having a tea party with imaginary friends, but these friends were what I used to call dead people, my dead friends.
So were they actually dead people then?
They actually were, yeah, so that's the scary part. So it wasn't like an imaginary friend where I just made them up and or whatever. These were actual real life people who did used to live at one time or another. I was very young, I'd never met any of these people either, but I could describe conversations that they'd had with people who they'd met and all sorts, so it's a little bit weird.
Come on, more detail, Mel. More detail. Come on.
Like what? Like what detail? What detail? So one of them was my dad's mum. So my grandma on my dad's side died many years before I was born, and from what I can remember, what I was told, there wasn't any sort of particular photos around of this woman or anything, but I could describe her to an absolute T. And I also told my dad about a conversation that he had with his mum. So it wasn't like a massive sort of, like, it wasn't like a defining moment conversation or anything like that. It was just a conversation that he had with her about when she was passing away, and she said, just look after yourself, look after your sister, and this, that, and the other. And I basically regurgitated that conversation to my dad, because he didn't think it was real. He's like, oh, she's just messing about, she's a kid, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, she actually told me that she told you to look after her sister. And his mouth dropped. It's like, oh my God, this is just insane. So
was it just look after your sister, or was it actually like some sort of something to bite into, word for word?
There was, yeah. So I can't remember exactly what the conversation was, but it was like, I'll not be here for long. You need to really look after your sister. I think there was something, because he lived in Cumbria, like we lived in Cumbria, and she lived in Birmingham, so he was from Birmingham originally. And I think part of the conversation was about moving close to her as well. So it was a bit more like, she's going to need you, so you need to move a little bit closer to her.
Oh,
so yeah.
Fair enough. So a bit juicy then. Steve looks like he's died himself.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Very weird.
No, that's mad, mental. So died a few years prior to your reveal.
My birth. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So obviously that's a relative. Was there anyone that you had no clue about? So you'd never have any photos. You'd never have had anybody that's had conversations with him.
No. So I think there was a little girl that I used to play with. So nobody could really figure out who she was. She was an Asian girl. So nobody particularly knew of any people in the area that she could possibly be related to. But she was one. There was an older guy, and my mum thought maybe he was my granddad. So like her dad. But the main one that really stuck out was like my grandma on my dad's side. So that happened a couple of times. So I have a conversation with her. And then when I would fall asleep at night as well, so after I'd had these sort of like tea parties with my dead friends, can't believe I'm actually going through this. I'd go to sleep that night, and then I'd sort of, as I'm just about falling asleep, I'd start talking about what they'd said and what I would like, conversations, like reenacting the conversations with whoever was in the room with me. So that's, again, a little bit strange.
So in regards to that, is that the only thing that really that happened to you when you were growing up, or was there other things that were spooky? Or
not particularly to myself, but to my mum, yeah. So my mum, when she was pregnant with me, actually, so she was like adamant that she was like seeing ghosts and stuff. So I don't know if that's got anything to do with me, but she was. My dad used to be a singer, and he used to sort of tour around the country all the time. So she'd go to sort of different towns and whatever. So she'd always see like when she was pregnant with me, she'd be like, I always used to see dead people. I'd see like a ghost or something, and it was just freak her out completely. So apparently she had a huge conversation with this woman, talking all about me and like how I was going to be as a person and how I was going to be as a child. And she actually told this woman told my mum to leave my dad. And she's like, I'm not going to be leaving him. I'm pregnant with his child. Like, everything's fine. But she's like, no, you need to leave him. He's like, just go. And then somebody came out, like, oh, come on, the show's about to start. And she's like, yeah, I'm just having a conversation. There was nobody there. Absolutely nobody there. So, yeah, it's a bit weird. So there's quite a few little things like that have happened, really. To me, particularly, I think it's only really when I was a child. And then we moved away from that area. And then nothing really happened since I've been down here.
Okay, so I think in one of the other podcasts, I know, Ryan Dreads was talking about how children are susceptible, or more susceptible. Can't get my words out at all. It's every week I struggle. Susceptible to these sort of things, and it generally shows. So I don't know if you watched the one with my mum on. Maybe we should get your mum on as well, Mel, because it sounds like she's got more of the juicy gossip than you have. Yeah, she can reenact a lot of stuff that I went through that I can't remember. There's little bits, but yeah, and we also discussed quite heavily on spirits and things like that potentially being like geolocked.
Yeah.
So stuck in a particular area, stuck in a house. So maybe, to be fair, it is a bit strange though that say your grandma, who did you say died in Birmingham?
No, she died in Cumbria.
Oh, she died in Cumbria. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That makes more sense then.
Mm-hmm.
So is your auntie lives in Birmingham?
She does. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you moved to. She's still about 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll bleep out the location. I don't want anyone knowing where I live either.
No one will come here.
No. Shut
No.
up, boy.
Shut up.
And that's not far away from me.
Yeah. Actually, no, you're about
5 minutes.
Steve's literally just up from Dobbins.
Oh, literally like 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes away then.
Yeah.
Very small world.
Anyway.
It is.
Anyway, so we definitely discussed the potential for it to be like a location-based spirit. So you saying that when you moved down south from Cumbria, you stopped having these things, things stopped happening, is a good indicator for that. I mean, it does follow the sort of lines for it. But do you think that these sort of experiences have shaped the way that you view certain artifacts and spooky things that you currently enjoy?
Yes, 100%. So I am quite, as we know, I am quite I quite like the spiritual side of things anyway, and I do genuinely believe that if there is any sort of energy or sort of spirit or anything like that left behind, I do think they sort of put them like they like you said, like sort of lock themselves into a particular artifact or a place or whatever. So yes, I do genuinely believe that.
Cool.
With the dead people, like obviously I've got that with when I was a kid, and I used to see dead people and stuff. But yeah, a lot of like I've been to see quite a few mediums and stuff like that, but I don't know if it's one of those things, isn't it? You believe it or you don't. But there's a lot of things that I've experienced that are like, I don't know, unexplainable, I guess. So I went to see a medium, and she said, I was pregnant with my little boy at the time, and she said, she wasn't talking to me or anything. It was like in a room with loads of people. She wasn't talking to me. She had somebody else, and she was like, I need to come over to you because I have this woman absolutely screaming at me, telling me that's a boy. And I was like, and I was very, very like early pregnant, so like 2 months. She's like, that's a boy, and she's got some daffodils here for you. And she's saying that she's sorry that she can't be there. She would have loved to be there, and she knows how much you wanted her to be there. And I'm taking that was my mum, because this woman wasn't talking to me. I hadn't, but with these mediums, they say, they pick up on all sorts of things. But I hadn't spoken to anybody. I hadn't interacted with anybody there or anything like that. Nobody knew anything about my mum, or it was somewhere totally out of where I live. And my mum's favourite flowers were daffodils, and obviously she passed away a long time ago, sort of 15 years ago. So it was something that was bugging me, the fact that my mum would have never gotten to see them. So this woman's like, she's absolutely screaming at me, saying she's got some daffodils, you will know what they mean. And I thought that was too specific. She didn't come back to me about anything else. It wasn't like, oh yeah,
Did she not charge you?
Saying this. No. Well, it was like a group thing. So I'd gone. It was like one of these, like, I don't know. You sort of go and they're doing like a show at a pub type thing. So she was just doing one, and I wasn't part of that. I was sort of away from it. So she got a group of people that had paid and was dealing with it, and I hadn't paid or anything. So it was like, but it wasn't like a one-to-one or anything like that. So I was just sort of sat over in the corner out of the way. She said, I've got to stop this and come to you.
So this is one of the things that me and Ryan were sort of like debating about, and I've always been under the impression that there is a fire behind that smoke when it comes to mediums. There's got to be someone somewhere, or at least like some people or a group that can do these things, but they're like clouded by all the people that are money grabbing. And
Yes.
I've always thought that the ones that are real probably don't charge money for it. Like they do it for free. Obviously everybody needs a living, but I've always been under that impression. So that to me has kind of swayed me in more of thinking like the way that I do. Like it's reaffirmed my thoughts on it, that like a good psychic or medium will do it for free. So that's an incredible story, and I feel like such a dick for saying that we need to get your mum on the podcast now.
Yes. That's exactly what was going through my head.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
Wait, but who knows? She might turn up. Who knows?
do.
Maybe I'll get a medium here when she's here.
My
Can you
face,
imagine?
so I don't even know whether my face dropped, but I know that internally, you know, where like someone's punched you in the stomach and it just sinks. As soon as you said, yeah, and I think that was my mum that was coming through, I was like,
Why?
instantly.
Yeah, but you know what I'm like for making people feel awkward. I love it. I live for that sort of stuff.
That's why she.
You
That's
have
why she
told
did
me
it.
though. You have told me though. You have told me that
I have,
thing, and
yeah.
I've completely forgot. But
that's why I thought that's what you meant, to be fair, Luke. Like, oh, maybe we could get your mum on. I was like, yeah, well, maybe I can hook you up. Who knows?
I feel even worse. Oh my god. No.
See what I can do.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd be down for it. Definitely. Maybe she'll hold me.
Just bring some daffodils.
Could do. That's it. So, but yeah, I get these like cold feelings as well quite a lot, and it's there was one time I was in bed like not very long ago, and in fact it was a long time ago. It was last year, but it was in the summer, you know, and it was red hot, and nobody could sleep at night. So last year, I was trying to sort of, I'd gone to sleep and I'd woke up in the middle of the night, but I felt absolutely freezing cold to my bones, and like I had the covers over me, like dithering, and I've got like no fan on or anything like that, or I had the windows open, but it was like ridiculously hot. And I just couldn't understand why I was so cold. But then I opened my eyes, and honestly, for a flash, it looked like there was somebody at the bottom of the bed. I absolutely shit myself, jumped out of bed so freaking quick, and I was like, oh my god, what the fuck was that? So turned the lamp on, and there was nothing there. But then I was like, I'm freezing, I'm going to turn the heating on. But when I looked at my thermostat, it said that the temperature was 28 degrees. I should not have been that cold. So that was another weird thing.
Jesus.
28 degrees at night.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Because it was like that, you know, and it was really, really hot.
I know the heat wave. I know which one you meant.
Yeah.
Because I think Scarlet was like a month, maybe 2 months old. And we were panicking, thinking she's going to overheat in her sleep. Like, we were genuinely panicking. So I remember exactly when you mean.
Awful. But I was just cold, freezing. But yeah, and I definitely 100% saw something. I was like, oh my god, what was that? But like as soon as I turned the light on, there was nothing there. But it was like a figure. Definitely was a figure at the bottom of my bed. Just like, I don't know, I thought it was Slenderman or something like that. I was like, oh my god, this is how it ends.
Do you remember earlier on when I said, is there anything else spooky happened to you? And you said no.
I know, but you know, you just sort of remember these things. I know, sorry.
It's your turn to feel bad. No.
Sorry.
So there was the figure at the bottom of the bed. There's a really cool creepypasta that someone wrote called The Rake. I think you should look into that now that you've said that. It will freak you out.
Oh, God.
You will be freaked out, but look into The Rake. So, anything else to really add?
I'm trying to think now. You know, like when you start sort of thinking and like diving into background, and I'm like, oh, there has been a couple of instances, but no, like not. I've always like, I don't know, felt like terrified of stuff. Like I'm absolutely terrified of the dark because I'm adamant that there are. I feel like things are watching me, and I think that's quite a common thing to have when you're a child. But I am still the same as an adult. Like
it's a natural fear, though.
We discussed this on another podcast. We did.
Yes, we did.
When you're going up the stairs, it's always like as soon as you turn the light off, you sprint up them just in case something's behind you.
Yeah,
I
it's
always
true.
think there's going to be something at the top waiting for me.
Really?
Mm.
I always think it's behind.
I always feel like there's a presence at the top of the stairs, not below me.
No, it's the opposite for me. It's always chasing me.
I know mine's waiting for me to get there.
See, when I was at my parents, when I was still living with my parents, their stairs goes up the side of the wall rather than having like an actual stair, if that makes sense, in the room. How I have butchered that description.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
So the stairs are in the same room as the middle room, but it's like an open staircase. So it's up against the back wall, going obviously diagonal up, but there's a banister and then there's wood in between, so you can see through the actual onto the stairs through these things. So you could actually easily put a hand through and grab someone's foot.
Yeah.
So that was the freaky part for me. Because as soon as the light went off, and the light didn't work for a long time because they had a bit of damp in the wall and it messed with the actual light switch, so we couldn't use the light switch or it'd electrocute you. So it was like the light was always off. So it'd be the kitchen light. If I came down to the toilet, because the bathroom was downstairs, which is always fun, coming back from the toilet, it'd be kitchen light off, sprint up those stairs, make sure nothing grabs me from the middle room or from behind me in the kitchen, and then quickly like slam my door shut. I think I woke my mum up multiple times doing that. But no, I was terrified of those stairs.
I'm not. They sound terrifying, to be fair.
I just used to be terrified of opening my eyes in the dark. In general, when I was a child.
Well,
so scared of it.
How about now?
I'm not too bad now, but I used to have to... Well, I couldn't sleep unless the landing light was on and my door was cracked open. There always had to be some form of light. So if my mum went to bed one night and switched it off, I'd wake up and I'd just freak out.
Yeah, I wasn't too bad with that, to be fair. We had to have the landing light on for my sister anyway. So I never really... Mine was closing the door so that the light didn't keep me awake.
Yeah.
But no. Now, this is a surprise to both of you. But I have had this planned, and I wondered whether you'd like to do it, Mel.
Oh, God.
And I know you'd like to do it. I know the excitement is building. You know what I'm going to ask, don't you?
Go on.
No, come on. Guess.
No, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe
you've done it to me.
Cards.
She's done it to you.
She's done it to me.
That sounds so wrong.
Is she gonna do it to Steve too?
I could do, I could get my angel cards out, definitely.
I think you should.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I have some angel cards, but these are slightly different to normal angel cards, so they're actually crystal angel cards. So
for the meth heads.
Not for the meth heads, no, just for the weird people like me. So basically, crystals have energy and they have a lot of healing qualities, and they can bring sort of abundance and all sorts. It depends on your view on that and whether or not you believe in that sort of thing. I personally do, so I love crystals. So with these, it sort of gives you a bit of a message, but it relates it to an actual crystal. So what some people do with these cards is they'll perhaps go out and buy that particular crystal, although it can be expensive because there's rubies on here, there's emeralds, there's diamonds.
Oh, Luke, it's my birthday soon, so
there you go. Maybe this is the time.
Pebble.
So with these as well, I also have a couple of crystals. So I've got 3 trusty crystals here. So I've got Amethyst, which is... Hang on, I actually forgot what it's for.
Oh, the nerves are getting to her.
I
live by these.
What
does Amethyst do again?
Stop nerves.
I will remember it. That's it. It's for stress. It's for stress. I'm not doing a very good job at the minute. So it's for stress. It relieves stress and strain, soothes irritability, and balances your mood swings, and helps dispel anger, rage, fear, and anxiety. So I don't know, I'm not much of an angry person. I do have my moments. I've got rose quartz, which is the stone of love. So this is to bring sort of goodwill to those in love. It can help help sort of
Fertility?
not fertility. No,
I'm going to say he's got 4 kids and sniff. He don't need that.
Please no.
No, it's more for sort of like fortifying those relationships, and if you are on the if relationships are on the rocks or whatever, this is done for you. And then I've got clear quartz, which is the amplifier stone, so it just amplifies any energy, etc. So I have blessed these cards, so they're ready to be drawn now. So what I'm going to do is just sort of I've been shuffling them. So I'm going to do a 3-card draw. So it'll just sort of be like 3 little messages that hopefully will be relevant to your life, Steve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start fanning these out now. And if you tell me, just give me a just say when you feel the need for me to stop.
Just wait till she's finished, mate.
Whenever you're ready.
When?
Okay, so I'm going to go with that one. Right,
I agree. I think that one was the right one.
Okay,
Perfect timing.
I'll do another shuffle. So
Our shuffling skills are mad.
I know, but they're huge cards. They're absolutely massive. And it's not just my tiny little hobbit hands either. Okay, again, Steve, whenever you're ready.
Now.
Now, so I'm going to go with that one. Okay, one last shuffle.
She's not even like going through them, Steve. She's just picking them off at top every time you say when. Just disclaimer, Steve can't see what's happening. Yeah, Steve can't see anything that's happening. So.
I know, but still. Right, okay, right, again. Tell me when.
Now, this one.
This one.
I think you need to start that again, Mel, because you had a clump of cards and then you went back.
I know, I fanned them out. Okay, right, you're ready. Let's do it again. Whenever you're ready.
We need to do this properly.
Okay.
This one.
That one.
I agree with that one, Mel. Well done.
Same card. It was the same card.
I bet it was.
Oh, yeah. Same card.
Just remember, guys.
It must be fate.
Just remember that this isn't a religious thing.
It's not religious.
There's no religion involved. There was a quick prayer to God before this started, and they are called angel cards, but they're not religious. There will be lots of mentions of gods in this, but which god? Nobody knows because it's not religious.
Look, it could be anybody's god. It could be your, exactly. I don't know. Some people worship burgers, don't they? So it could be the god of burgers. I worship Luke. There you go, the god of Luke. There we go. These messages coming directly from Luke. Okay, so now I'll just sort of read through them. I have to have my little book with me, which has everything in because
that tells you what it means.
Tells me exactly what it means because I'm not one of these that channels the energy myself, like the pigeon.
She's got sparkle fingers.
So your first card is Aquamarine, which is Divine Life Purpose. And it says, trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment.
So when it says one way, it means one way.
It does. So, hang on. So Aquamarine. So I'll just read a little bit out of this. So this card appears in answer to your questions about... Oh, actually, sorry, I forgot to tell you, Steve, before I started. You need a question that needs answering as well. So if you've got like a question, so have that in the back of your mind, a question that you would like answering as I'm reading these cards, okay?
By the way, when is this going to end doesn't count as a question. I got told off for that last time.
Yeah, so that isn't...
It has to be a legitimate question about your life.
It is a legitimate question regarding my shoulder.
There we go. Okay, that's it.
You don't need to tell us.
Yeah, you don't need to, but it's, if you want to tell us, that's fine. We're all for sharing. So, Aquamarine, this card appears in answer to questions about your next steps, your career or spiritual path, and your life purpose. Your purpose, like everyone else's, is to love. The form that you choose to express love needs to be based upon what you love to do. For example, do you enjoy writing, counseling your friends, being with animals and nature, cooking, artistry, teaching children, doing healing work, or conducting research? Following your heart will lead you in the right direction. Yes, you may need to use your head to do some planning and partner up with others who have strengths complementary to your own. God and your guardian angels are reassuring you that that the love you feel is a sign that this path of action is your life purpose. There you go. So that's card number 1.
So did that say something about like he enjoys doing research?
No, it said like basically you need to do something that you love doing. So it's sort of, if you're
Sleepy
doing
Talk
some
podcast.
Yeah, if you're doing something.
I was going to suggest going back on my bike again.
Well, could be.
To be fair, bro, I'm getting my bike back.
Ooh.
I'm going to be biking into work. Like, people are going to fall over at the size of these calves. All right?
Fall over your calves or over because of the calves?
Because of them. I'm going to be like,
because
I'm
of
going to get off the bike
because
and
of
be
the
like,
size,
bam!
you're just going to knock everyone over.
I thought it was like he's going to have passed out by the time he gets to work. He'll be on the floor, and then people are going to be like falling over the calves.
I mean, both are plausible.
You just said it the horrible way. We're trying to be nice.
I thought someone were going to call me a baby cow because of the size of me at the minute, but you've missed an opportunity there, guys.
Oh, we'd never be that mean. So basically that card is just express your love and by doing something that you love doing. So your next card is Watermelon Tourmaline. I probably pronounced that totally wrong.
Watermelon.
So you got aquamarine and watermelon.
Watermelon, watermelon tourmaline or tourmaline. I don't know how you pronounce it. And this is stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. Have a look what it says.
I need to de-stress, but I've just had supposedly 2 weeks off. So.
Well, maybe you need my amethyst. So maybe I should send you this amethyst over after it's been charged in the moonlight, the full moon.
Sounds good to me. I'll put it next to my computer.
So water tourmaline, or however you pronounce it. This card appears whenever there is a need to de-stress your mind, body, schedule, and so forth. You already know which life areas are triggering your elevated stress levels. God and your guardian angels are empowering you. Just not religious. Are empowering you to reduce them.
That was creepy when you did it. That was the creepiest thing I've ever heard. Not religious.
Not religious, guys.
Die, motherfucker, die.
Maybe it was like the devil coming through. Who knows? Maybe I channeled the inner devil.
But it's not religious, so how can it be the devil?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, God might not be religious.
Exactly. So it says, God and your guardian angels are empowering you to reduce them by taking charge of your schedule and surroundings. You are encouraged to introduce stress management practices into your daily life, such as prayer and meditation. Gentle exercise, gentle exercise, time spent in nature, fun hobbies, massage, naps, and a chemical-free diet.
I'll give you a massage, mate.
There you go.
Please.
And you was also saying...
So them 2 cards actually go quite well together. So the first one, I assume, going out on my bike.
Yeah.
This one's saying exercise and nature.
Exactly. Perfect. So this is also a message about simplifying your life. Look for tasks you can release or ways to clear clutter from your schedule. When there is too much seeking your attention, you will feel fragmented. It's possible.
Luke, you're putting too much on me.
That's it. It's just too much pressure. It's Luke.
1 day a week. Sorry, 1 hour a week. 1 hour. And it's on your schedule. You told me when you're free, all right?
Yeah.
So it's possible to get addictively hooked on drama under the mistaken belief that is exciting. However, it's much more pleasurable to have peaceful excitement, in which you create the soothing and harmonious life that you desire and deserve.
To be fair, he is a bit of a gossip girl.
So you need to stop gossiping and chill.
It was always about Luke. Sorry about the sirens.
What have you done?
Perfect timing, that. He is a bit of a gossip girl.
I love it. So that's that one. So I think those 2 cards do go well with each other. So basically, just, you need to be de-stressing and chilling out, like you say, sort of getting out, doing things that you love. So yeah, I think. So
basically, get on your bike and then bike to mine for a massage. That's what those 2 things have said.
Beautiful.
Oh, I think you're gonna feel. I feel like you're gonna have a field day with this 3rd card.
Thinking about me massaging Steve.
Oh.
What sort of massage were you thinking about?
Sorry,
Well, that's getting cut now, Steve. Cheers, mate.
I read ahead at the card and I was like, oh no.
I'm just going to repeat that.
I'm so inappropriate. So yeah, like I'm getting all hot now. I'm mildly inappropriate. Okay, so your third card is called Dolomite, which I've never heard of it. Pink stone, looking pretty cute.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Have you?
It's Dolomite.
Oh, there you go. The Dolomite sauce. So yeah, and the card says, "Stay
strong in your faith."
Not religious.
Well, I have faith that dinosaurs existed.
They did.
They did. I think that's proven, isn't it?
Well, there's a lot of people that say it's not, but I have faith that dinosaurs existed.
Oh.
And if I believe in dinosaurs, then maybe a dinosaur believed in me. And if a dinosaur believed in me, then that means I can achieve anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know exactly where you got that from.
Yep.
So this card says a positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So I don't know how well this one goes with your question and the other two cards, but it says this card symbolises a different kind of strength built on the foundation of trusting your inner guidance. Not aggressive towards yourself or anyone else, it recognises the need to honour everyone's feelings and rights. The message here is to stay internally focused upon your guidance. Keep your mind and heart filled with faith, even if your past seems illogical and you feel anxious or afraid. Immerse yourself in positive activities such as reading, uplifting materials, listening to gentle music, and attending spiritual or religious gatherings that boost your faith.
Not religious.
It's not religious. This card means that your outcome is dependent on keeping a positive mindset, which you do have control over, by choosing to pray for help or making the choice to keep your surroundings as positive as possible. You embody divine feminine strength.
Oh God.
Which is needed even if you're male.
You just called him a girl in card language.
So Luke's gonna give me a massage. Oh my God, Luke.
This is also a sign to stay strong with respect to your personal beliefs and faith, and that is that. Boom, end of. So yeah, so you need not religious, not calling you a girl, and yeah, just chill out, which I think was very similar to what Luke's was. So when I did his,
I think they're all pretty much chill out, aren't they?
No, they're not. There's some other sort of random ones.
Here we go. This is how she does it for herself. She just picks one that she likes, and then there's
like purification, garnet, which is purification, detoxification.
Like chilling out.
Like chilling out. There's socialise or join in. Like chill out. Yeah. There's all sorts. Self-confidence. Loads of cards. So yeah, I tend to use these, like I say, for I like
religious purposes.
For non-religious purposes.
Non-religious purposes.
So
sorry,
yeah,
I get confused.
If I have a question, then that I feel like I can't, it's like I could flip a coin for, then I get these out, and these are like my flip a coin, and it's how you interpret it, isn't it? It's like interpretation, just like seeing dead people. So some people might interpret that I had imaginary friends, but I know for a fact these people are real.
If there's nothing else to add, anyway, because I don't want to go off on tangents and start chatting, then I think we should
anyway.
Wrap this up. You've clearly not watched any of our podcasts because we are professionals.
I have watched a few, actually. Yes.
Well then, you're lying. Lying to the camera, literally. Right, anyway.
Literally.
So, well, we'll wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you are interested in any merchandise, just comment below. Just let us know what you're interested in. I'm sure Mel from Paper Mel can read, and she'll be able to see what we can actually do. like I said, I'm not looking for this to be sort of like an expensive merch drop to make loads and loads of money. Because to be fair, we don't have enough subscribers anyway.
Nope.
But no, it's just something that I was interested in. I've always wanted to release like a small scale clothing line anyway. I've always been designing stuff on t-shirts and things. I'd Mel would know because I probably drove her up the wall with my designs and what I wanted and what was possible.
Tiny bit.
So far, I don't know if you've still got it, Mel.
There we go.
Yeah. So far, obviously these are just the same characters because Mel's got my premium hoodie and this is the basic hoodie. I don't know whether premiums will be something that we offer, but they definitely are comfy. But these standard ones are really comfy anyway. I'm enjoying wearing this one too. Steve is getting the demon one, so that'll be his character. So if you can see,
should collect that this week.
That way, that demon one. Like obviously mine's the
Which
girl,
one?
and then that one is well, whoever's the
I can actually start really. I can reel off who's got what.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you are interested, comment below or let me know on Discord, Facebook. Links are always in the description. And yeah, if you liked Mel and you wanted to come back, leave a like below. Go check out her shop and Facebook page. Links will be in the description down below. And see if you fancy anything. She also does a really cool key ring as well, but I've not got my keys on me. So I can't show it, but I might just showcase a picture now. So yeah, thank you once again for joining us, Mel. Thank you for sharing your stories and your angel cards that are not religious but completely religious.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Once again, shut up, Steve. And take care.
Bye.
See you guys.